In this series of shorts, we follow 15 ordinary people on an extraordinary journey through Africa. In the ultimate test this summer, our participants fish in the Atlantic Ocean, sleep rough in the desert, fetch their own water, and confront the harsh truths about their home country's history in this continent. In the middle of Dakar city, bright lights flash on a pharmacy's shopfront. The changing colours speak of a savvy, up-to-date service. Customers recognising the green icon for a pharmacy will be forgiven for expecting an array of imported drugs from well-known pharmaceutical giants. But this is one of just a handful of pharmacies across the entire country. In 2001, Senegal had just 520 pharmacies. That works out to about 1 every 18,000 people. There's a whole range of reasons for this, from inadequate supply to poor health infrastructure to the high cost of medicine, a stark contrast to what members of our team are used to. For just a short visit to Africa, here are just some of the items someone might pack.
Was highly recommended some jungle formula. Maybe if I come up across any allergies, might take some antihistamine tablets. Just in case whatever I eat, if I ever suffer from heartburn. Paracetamol, the good old trusty paracetamol. Might have had a headache or something, especially the people I'm travelling with. And then I had some wipes. Very, very good vitamin C. I made sure that, I get a boost every morning by taking that. First aid box, so very important, just in case, because we're out in the open, such a remote village. And sun lotion, and my wife kept going on about sun lotion. Make sure you put sunblock, make sure you put sunblock. Happy, Mrs. Malik?
State spending has funded national initiatives to combat illnesses like malaria and AIDS, as well as an immunisation programme for under 5s and family planning. But while vaccinations and certain treatments are available for free, other types of medical care and any hospital stays have to be paid for. That means people often look for alternative remedies, something that's particularly prevalent among the Diola people of the Casamance region in the south. A 7-hour drive away from their base, the team finds itself in Fatik at a complex described as a research facility. They've come to meet a witch doctor.
Malago, Malago, Malago,
Sit down, please.
This is Emil Nien, who asked us not to identify him as a healer. He appears proud and at times agitated, especially when the team asks for evidence of the facility's healing success.
Vous connaissez les enfants de la Lune? Traduit. Intellectuel, non? Il n'y a pas de médecin parmi vous? Il n'y en a pas? Il n'y a pas de médecin?
Non, on n'est pas de médecin.
Xoolal les enfants de la Lune mooy xale yi nga xam ne dañu am problème de peau. Mooy des enfants qui ont des problèmes de peau et qui ont peur des rayons solaires. Nous avons eu un cas qui nous est venu de Prométra, France, qui est malade depuis l'âge de 10 ans. OK? Qu'on a interné ici pendant seulement 2 semaines. Il sortait sous le soleil. Un autre exemple, l'hépatite B. Au niveau mondial, il n'y a pas de traitement. On a la solution ici à base de plantes.
In the dark of the night, the witch doctor won't show us around his botanical garden, but hands us a bottle that he says is one of his cures. It's apple cider vinegar.
Autre chose, je vais donner un dernier exemple. Et c'est fini, hein? Je ne veux plus donner un exemple. La virologie, virologie, OK? Il n'y a pas de traitement au niveau moderne. Hôpital, virologie, ils ne connaissent pas? Quand il y a virus, il y a problème, il faut des années pour trouver une solution. Pour l'hépatite B, pour la fièvre jaune, pour Ebola, tout dernièrement, on a trouvé une solution à base de 5 plantes.
It's a big claim to have found the cure for diseases that continue to claim millions of lives, and yet our witch doctor seems dismissive of healthcare as he lights up and smokes a cigarette right before us. The belief in witchcraft and voodoo remains prevalent throughout parts of Senegal, despite the spread of Islam. And at least here at this facility, witch doctor elders are revered. They're described as living libraries. So, what has our team of Europeans made of this very local practice?
One of the things an elder mentioned last night, he said that thank you for coming to see us. Know that when you leave with African parents. And that stuck in my mind throughout the whole night. This really is a great country, it's a great nation. As a continent, it's got so much potential, it's got so much history, and I'm so glad we're here to do something small in our own particular way and make some big differences and changes in people's lives.
And we ended up going to see this voodoo magic witch doctor. I don't know what doctor he was, but he should have been struck off the surgery list because he wasn't no doctor at all. It was probably one of the most entertaining things I've ever seen in my life. Out in the middle of nowhere, out in a remote part of the area. But, you know, believe it or not, a lot of the population believe in this sort of stuff.
You know, I learnt quite a few things from it because he was talking about time and how much we should value it as we were in a rush to go. So it was kind of scary because we were in the middle of nowhere next to some water. And as soon as we finished, we quickly ran into the car and we had this really tiring drive back.
And that was kind of freaky because it was so dark at night, and we were kind of sitting in a circle on the beach and you know, speaking to the elders there. It was interesting. They were really knowledgeable.
I suppose you'd call him a magic man or a voodoo man. He claims to have the cure for hepatitis, which he's very aggressive and defensive at the same time. We asked him, you know, what have you done, and can you give us an example of what you've done? And he just didn't give us any answers at all.
Tomorrow on Selfies in Africa, it's been an emotional journey so far for Sarah, but it climaxes as the team visits a well named after her father.